Bonjour, my name is Floyd Buck Jourdain and I am an Indian runner. My story is not so much about my love for running, but rather running's love for the people. Being a young person in sobriety was hard, but it opened my mind to many good things and a new way of life. One day I was invited to carry an eagle staff to a distant reservation 200 miles away. I was surprised to learn it was a celebration of sobriety run to the very treatment center I had gone through. I committed to the run and spent 4 days as a volunteer, chaperoning youth and learning about the spiritual aspects of running. I was in my late 20s when I learned that running was used by indigenous people for thousands of years and for many purposes. I also learned about the sacred medicines, eagle feathers, and how each new day we are here on earth is a blessing. It was in that moment in my life that I started to run for the people.
Across this beautiful continent, indigenous peoples are actively engaged in cultural revitalization and resilience. We are Native nations rising everywhere to help restore balance and harmony. Today, many American Indians, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiians, including 573 federally recognized tribes, are practicing our indigenous ways of being while also embracing the technological world that surrounds us. In New Mexico, there are 23 federally recognized tribes, 19 Pueblos, 3 Apache tribes, and the Navajo Nation. We are separate sovereign nations with our own government, lifeways, traditions, and culture. We pass on our languages and teachings through songs, dance, music, art, and ceremonies. We are as unique and varied as the beautiful ancestral homelands we come from, and where we continue to live to this day. Not only do we share a common bond from having survived through enormous cultural upheavals and its resulting historical traumas, but we also share an important and unbreakable spirit called historical greatness that is found throughout our communities and nations. How did our ancestors overcome adversity and trauma? Through our original teachings.
So from a Navajo perspective, there are 4 major pieces of wellness. And so in Navajo we say we have to balance the 4 scale. 4 major scale. The first one is the mind, the mindset. Very, very critical in Navajo thinking. And so in Navajo we say, meaning take care of your mindset, have a strong mind, and have a positive attitude. No matter how things, even stormy weather of life, have positive mind. Take care of the mind. It's very important in Navajo wellness. And that's why our elders would tell us, Hajo'onsen case, think positive, have a strong mind. And so that helps the physical body to be well, strong mindset. And that's one of the reasons why our people have gone through adversities, all kinds of adversities and trauma. The second piece is taking care of the physical body, movement, any kind of movement, whether exercising, walking, running, jogging, or any kind of physical activity, riding a horse, hoeing weeds out in the cornfield, chopping wood. That was our way of life. And going after the sheep, herding sheep or chasing cows or horses and things like that. Any kind of movement. And you can run, like myself, I run, but I run in the afternoon, around about 3, 4 o'clock. Another area of physical health, wellness, is not to abuse the physical body. No, body piercing is inappropriate in Navajo culture, and any kind of tattooing of the physical body is totally inappropriate. And the reason for this is, in Navajo, our traditional name is Nohoka Diyin Dene, which would translate to divinities on earth. So we have to live up to that philosophy, and that's not easy. It's hard to live that because you have to balance these 4 scales. So taking care of the physical body is the second piece. The third piece is being spiritual. Prayer. One has to be spiritually healthy, just reciting a prayer, knowing that there's a bigger power and making that connection. And in Navajo, we pray early in the crack of dawn. We offer white cornmeal. We say, "Hujongo na shado." I want to live in beauty. I want to live in blessing. I want a blessing life. That's how we pray. That's mindset. That does healing for the brain and the body, to treat depression, to treat all kinds of mental issues. The next, which is the fourth piece, is environment. Being in harmony with environment. In Navajo culture, we believe that we are nature. Our physical body is made from earth, made from dirt. And our body is made of water. And that's why we say mother water, water woman, our mother. That's how we address her. And that's why we address earth as Shema, Shema ne Asan, Mother Earth, because we are made from nature. And our hair is made from the rain clouds. Female rain cloud, male rain cloud is our hair. And the vegetation out there, plants, shrubbery, trees, is our body hair. And so every piece, major pieces of our body, our physical body, is made from nature. And that's how we are nature. And so we have to respect nature. What I presented here is from a Navajo perspective on it's holistic. We can't divide pieces, but all of them kind of dovetails into the other. The mindset, taking care of the physical body, being spiritual, and then also respect for nature, because we are nature.
What is your philosophy about health and wellness? What are your original teachings? A handful of Native elders who participate in senior games have agreed to share parts of their life stories. For them, being physically active was not a choice, but a way of life.
Good afternoon. My name is Edna Hiram. I'm from Isleta Pueblo. I am 71 years of age. I am the oldest of 8 kids. I've got 7 sisters and 1 brother. And being the oldest, I had to go out there and help my dad with all the farm work, like picking up bales, cutting alfalfa, raking it, watering the fields, doing the chili patch and cornfields, and digging ditches, and just about anything a guy would do since I was the oldest.
My name is Elaine Lujan. I'm a resident of Isleta Pueblo. I'm 68 years old. I am the second oldest of 10 kids, and I have been active just about my entire life because I had 8 brothers and 1 sister, and having to follow my brothers climbing trees and running and keeping up with them, it's kind of kept me pretty active.
My name is Naina Tortilla from Mescalero, New Mexico. I'm an Apache and Navajo. And this is my husband, Ellis Tortilla. He's a full-blooded Mescalero Apache. We met about 45 years ago. I had 1 brother and 3 sisters. On weekends, we had to haul water and wash our clothes by hand. We would harness the horses and put it and go in a wagon up into the mountains and gather wood for the home.
Good morning. My name is Raul Petiamo. I'm from Acoma. I'm 81 years old, and I used to be the runner for my grandfather would woke me up at 5:30 in the morning. I never inquisitive about why I have to go after the horses because it's time for me to go, him going to work up Acoma for planting or something. The Acoma people used to grow lots of corn, beans, but there wasn't no TV or radio. We just got up and then go after water in buckets wherever we know there was a well below where the old house is now.
Today, our Native elders are living longer and healthier lives. Why is it important to them to be physically active?
It's important to be active as a Native elder because it kind of keeps you young, keeps your body moving. There's a lot of people with diabetes. I think that if you stay active and move around and watch your diet, it's better for you.
The reason I like to be active is because we have all these high blood pressures, diabetes, so I try to stay active, so hopefully I'm not in that same category as the other ones.
I had 3 surgeries in my spine. I still hurt. I'm still practicing and I'm still walking.
I just wanted to make sure I don't get into that, to be a diabetic instead of using insulin. So that's why I kept saying to myself, I think I will walk.
And when I retired in 2005, my husband bought me my first set of golf clubs, and I swore I'd never touch them. But once he got me out on the golf course, it was like I just enjoyed it. It's the most peaceful place to go, and I like to do a lot of walking and hitting the ball. It's my passion. And of course I bowl too. I like to bowl. We both like to bowl, so that keeps us pretty active.
Each of them is passionate and committed in participating in local and national senior games. They represent warriors of strength and spirit who plan on being healthy and well as long as they possibly can.
I got involved in Senior Olympics probably about 8 years ago. I guess we decided that we should compete against others, and we started coming to the Senior Olympics.
I qualified for the nationals 3 times. I've been to Houston, I've been to San Francisco, and we were in Louisville one time, and now again for Albuquerque. And it's very exciting. You get to meet a lot of people from all over the United States, Canada. So it's very, very interesting. I really look forward to it.
How many of you are in the National Senior Games this year?
Okay, there's 28 of us going to nationals from here in Isleta Pueblo, and that is a good number. I wish more would participate and see how much fun it is to just go out there and compete and meet people. Just enjoy yourself. Just have a good time. I am 71 years old, and I'm hoping that I can compete till I'm 80, 85.
I just encourage more people to get involved. I mean, it's good for their good for the community, good for their bodies, their minds, their soul. I think it's really important. So I'd like to see a lot more people get involved.
This is going to be my second national game to appear in it. I've been in a all Indian game for about 16 years. 2001, I think that's when I joined in for the Senior Olympics. I used the 800-meter run and walk. I did the come in first in my age group. Regardless of how many competitive days, I'm going to still do it. It's just like I said, it's not the winning, it's not how much competitive it is, it's how you can never give up.
When they heard about the the Indian days, the Indian games, they invited us. And so I said, okay, well, I'll go. But then I asked Alex if he wanted to go with me. And so we both decided, okay, we'll participate. 2 times a year that we went competing against other people. One with just the natives and one with the native and state. And every year since then, we've been going and going. And archery didn't come about until when? About 4 years ago? They finally introduced it into the state. And so we took it. We both competed in archery. And I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to say I hurt too much. I'm going to keep on.
But my life, I don't know. All I can say, thank you for today. That's all I can say. I'm just on a borrowed time. We're all in a borrowed time. So to me, I said, well, I don't know how long. I'm thinking it's going to be a nice day. 20 years, I know it's going to be different. But what choice I got? I'm going to still walk.
Our native elders are like eternal flames who are lighting a path for others to follow. They remind us about our commitment to a common goal, the survival of our native peoples and our original teachings. We honor all native elders who have passed the eternal flames of their love, faith, hope, and joy. We honor their memories, lives, and teachings as they spread across our families, communities, and tribal nations. Let us be inspired by their commitment to health and wellness. Let us, too, become an example for others to follow. As we face significant challenges that surely lie ahead of us, remember we have the power to restore balance and harmony. We are all sacred beings who have the greatness to carry on our ancestral teachings for future generations.
Deep peace to you. Deep peace of the running waves to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you, and deep peace of the gentle night to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Moon and stars pour their healing